Hello there, beautiful soul. Welcome back to Elevate Your Mind with Ale. In this video, you will learn what the new moon in Cancer has in store for you energetically and for you based on your rising sign. So first, let me tell you that the new moon in Cancer happens between late June and late July. And I recommend 5 things for this new moon in Cancer, no matter what your rising sign is, and that is to have family time, to take some time and to have family time. Check in with your parents, your mom, your dad. The Cancer energy is all about home and family, and nothing matters more than family to Cancer. If you haven't spent enough time with your nearest and dearest lately, get in touch with them. And if you don't have any family nearby at all, consider hanging out with people who feel like family. This is going to also count. In particular, if there is tension going on between you and your family, this new moon is a time to resolve and sort anything out of that matter. Life is too short, so just try to fix things. The second thing is to banish insecurities. Be honest with yourself about whether you're coming from a place of insecurity, of fear, or maybe even of possessiveness anywhere or everywhere in your life. Consider the symbol of the sign of a Cancer, the crab. It's a little creature with a very hard shell that protects a soft and vulnerable inside. That's the Cancerian vibe, and we all have it inside of us. We're all self-protective. So this month, ask yourself if you are being too hard because you're worried, and identify and drop a few barriers. You will feel much better if you do this. Also, check that you're not being too moody. So if you are, meditate, and this is going to help you tremendously. The number 3 that I have for you is nurture. Try getting in touch with your caring and nurturing side. The Cancerian energy is very warm and cozy, so think of a lovely white-haired grandma, or just think about your grandma that keeps you close and holds you when you are upset, and you just feel so much comfortable around her with a cup of tea or hot chocolate that she offers you, and it makes things feel so much better. There's more to the Cancerian energy than just that. It's a really big part of it. So make a promise to look after yourself this month and look after others too, especially if you have kids and if you have kids anywhere around you in your family. Now, the 4th thing that I consider you to take a review on is to review your goals. Cancer is also one of the most dynamic and tenacious signs. Perhaps all that caring and nurturing leaves people more able to go out into the world and achieve. So this month, go back to your goals for the year. The Cancer new moon happens about midway through the year. So think about where you are with what you are aiming for from the very beginning of the year. Think about what needs tweaking and stay on course, or go back on course, or get back onto that. The last thing that I truly recommend is a bath. And I know you're thinking, a bath? Seriously? One of the best things to do on a Cancer new moon is to have a lovely warm or hot bath, preferably by non-toxic candlelight. And if you don't yet know about the health risks posed by many indoor candles, Google it. It says that being in a warm bath recreates the conditions in the room, so no wonder it's so appealing to so many and so cozy whenever you retrieve to go and have a bath, because it's something that your body is already used to. And personally, I have some of my best ideas in bath time. Cancer is a water sign, so doing anything connected with water now, it's such a good idea. And if you're lucky enough to live near a pool, a river, a creek, an ocean, a sea, jump on in, unwind with watery theme, and follow what is out there waiting for you to grab. Now, this new moon in Cancer has many opportunities, especially on your specific rising sign. And if you want to know what is in store for you based on your rising sign, go ahead and stick around, and you can just go ahead and jump in, go to the very bottom, and learn what your rising sign is if you don't already. But if you do, just go straight to yours so you can figure out what I recommend for you and what you should focus on based on the 12 houses that we all have. Okay, so here comes the fun part. This new moon in Cancer, you're going to be focusing on one specific part of your chart. There's 12 different parts of your birth chart that everyone has, and every new moon and full moon, you are to focus on a specific aspect of that chart. So whether it's your first house, your second house, your third house, everything has something that each house represents something. And if you take some time to truly focus on that house, you'll find out that you'll be able to focus more on that house specifically than if you were to just focus on all aspects of your birth chart. It's more beneficial for you, so you can either rest, or you can go for your dreams, you can go for your goals, your desires, or if it's time for you to rest. Now, based on whatever rising sign you are, it's what you're going to focus on and what house you need to focus on. We will start with the first house and we'll end with the 12th house. And if you are ready, go ahead and jump right in to your personal rising sign. So hello there, Cancer rising. Since you are Cancer rising, on this new moon in Cancer, you will be focusing on your first house. The first house is known as your image zone. It is ruled by the way you come across to others, your image, of course, and the way others are going to see you. So, for the following 4 weeks or 2 weeks, whatever you prefer, it's going to be all about your image, the way that you present yourself to the entire world, the way that we see you. So expect the chance to change the way that someone or even the entire world sees you. And you can do this by many ways. On the new moon, if you do new moon wishes, I suggest you wish for courage, new beginnings, a better self-image, and a self-direction. So visualize yourself looking exactly as you would like to look like. The idea to keep in mind is that this is the start of a new 12-month cycle. So tell yourself, I am beginning as I mean to continue. Because even though this isn't technically January for you, this is like the start of your year right now. This new moon in Cancer is one of the most exciting because it's going to be all about you, the ever-changing and wonderful you. It's a time for self-improvement and self-development. Your personal appearance should be your top priority this month. You're allowed to be a bit vain. Get yourself into the kind of shape you've been dreaming of and take a closer look at the image that you are presenting. This may even sound superficial, but pride in your appearance and the awareness of the message it is sending out is going to be a key to success. You can dress any way you wish to dress, but give it some thought. Give it some actual thought whenever you walk out of the door. Truly look at yourself and truly feel confident in what you're representing for yourself. This new moon cycle also offers you an annual chance to clear out your wardrobe. Get a drop-dead gorgeous outfit, a new haircut, some up-to-date business cards, revamp your website if you have one. Basically, it's all about the way you present yourself to the world. Your popularity is going to be high this month, so accept the invitations coming your way and reveal in the attention. This is also one of the best times of the year for starting all kinds of new projects, and you are in focus and in on the spotlight this month. Make it your selfie month. Don't walk out the door without taking a selfie, or if you want to take it out in nature, don't forget to end the day with a selfie every single day of this month. And if you need to work on your self-confidence and relation to your parents, this new moon is going to support you to do just that. Now, a meditation that I consider you do on the new moon in Cancer, or a meditation sentence that you can say following your regular meditation routine, is to tell yourself, I allow myself to evolve and change. And you can say this before or after your regular meditation routine. And a ritual that I consider you to try is to do the following right after your new moon wishes. And that is to stand in front of a mirror, to blow your reflection a loving kiss, and say, I love you. Because if you don't love yourself, what makes you think someone else would love you more than what you're capable of giving to yourself? Now, here are a couple of things that I consider you try this new moon in Cancer, and that is to surprise your friends with the new you, the new and improved you. Throw out all your old makeup and start again, because yes, makeup expires. And this is a great time to get married, or to even meet someone if you haven't yet been in a committed relationship yet. And this is also a great time to move houses if you've been thinking about it. Splurge on something in a vibrant color. Have a facial. Get your eyes checked, because I know that we sometimes forget. Now I have for you 3 affirmations that I consider you to say on this new moon in Cancer, and that is, today is the first day of the rest of my life. I take pride in my appearance, and I am brave. Now you can say these affirmations on top of your other affirmations. If you already have some that you say, you can just add those to it. Now I have for you an essential oil that is going to help you begin your new journey, and that is Angelica seed. It is going to ease any doubt and increase self-awareness and positivity. You can use Angelica seed at this new moon in Cancer, and for the coming 4 weeks you can do it, put it in your bath, in your burner, and you can even apply it on your body. Just be cautious, of course. Now the mantra that I have for you is the mantra Ram. You can chant it out loud, you can speak it silently every day while you're in the shower, before or after you meditate, or at any time that feels right to you. This is going to help you boost the chakra of you for this month. And the chakra that you need to focus on this month for your first house is your solar plexus. It connects with your power center. This first house is where you shine from. It's the part of your chart that shows the world who you are. What do you want to create in the coming 12 months from now as you follow this new moon around your chart? Make a list right now. The chakra is yellow, and it sits between your navel and the bottom of your sternum, and it is associated with power, freedom, and control. Now the last thing that I have for you is the law of divine oneness, which states that we are all connected to all life everywhere. Everything we think, do, and say has a knock-on effect on us and on the people, and indeed on the world and the universe around us. So just be cautious what you tell yourself, even when you're not feeling the greatest. If you aren't feeling pretty good enough, if you're not feeling up to par, just because you aren't feeling it doesn't mean you have to go and tell yourself that you aren't any good. Okay? Now that is all that I have for you on this new moon in Cancer, and hopefully I get to see you on the next video. So hello there, Gemini rising. On this new moon in Cancer, you are going to be focusing on your second house. And the second house is known as your cash, your property, and your value zone. The second house rules property and possessions, and it's also about your values and your self-worth. So it's going to be all about your cash and your properties, of course, but also about your talents and your assets. So expect money and possessions to be in focus for you this month. Visualize financial abundance and increased self-esteem in whatever it is that you really been wanting. Okay, so visualize seeing yourself in your ideal home, happy with your loved ones, with no cares in the world. The idea for you to keep in mind is my life stable? And if your answer is no, then what steps do you need to take to make it happen? This new moon in Cancer may help you start over financially. It is a time to remember your own fabulousness and magnificence. It is giving you a special chance to take a look at your assets. And I'm not just talking about the ones in the bank. It's way deeper than that. What do you have to offer the world? Value yourself, and others are going to follow your suit. It also asks you to take a look at the work of your self-worth and your self-esteem. Do you love yourself? There is nothing wrong and everything right about doing this. Income, finances, and budgets are all the things that you can figure out at this time. How can you find stability in these areas? Ask yourself. This new moon supports you as you work on these parts of your life, and believe in yourself is actually the first step into achieving this. The higher you rate yourself, like I said, the higher others are going to rate you. And I'm not talking about bragging here. It's more deep down self-belief. Make financial management a priority this month. Think about what you really value and about what you have to offer the world. Now, if you do meditations, I have a sentence that you can add on to your meditation, and that is, I believe in myself and what I have to offer the world. And you can recite that before or after your regular meditation. And a ritual that I suggest you try is to make your new moon wishes. You write them down and then write yourself a check for the amount of money that you would like to receive. So say that you've been wanting to start a business. Well, calculate about how much you would need to start that business, and then write a check for that. It has to be meaningful. So say you are looking for a house, go through houses and see which one you would think you would be most happy with, and write a check for that amount for that house. It has to have a meaning behind it. Don't just write a check and tell yourself that you're going to get it just because. It has to be for something. Now, I have for you a couple of things that I suggest you do on this new moon in Cancer, and that is to start a savings account if you haven't done that already. Pay your bills, taxes, your debts. Hire an accountant. If it is too much for you, just go ahead and hire an accountant and let them handle it. And this is the perfect time for you to show your talents. Possibly get a neck and a shoulder massage so you don't feel so tense. All the tension and all of that goes straight to your neck. So go ahead and get relaxed, and possibly invest in a neck cream so you can do it at home. You can get somebody to help you. And the last thing is that if you have a partner, remember to be a little romantic. Take your lover and make love in the countryside. You will truly thank me for this. The top 3 affirmations that I recommend you repeat on the night of the new moon in Cancer. And for the following 4 weeks after that is, I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Thank you, universe. All my needs are provided for. I am worth it. Now, an essential oil that I recommend for calming any fears that you may have around money is Lang Lang. It is a very relaxing oil, just what you need if you are having money worries. All you have to do is breathe in deeply and remember that money is energy and it responds to our emotions. Now, the mantra that I suggest for you is the mantra Lamb. You can chant this mantra out loud. You can say it silently every day while you are in the shower or at any time that feels right just for you. This is going to help you boost the chakra for you this month that you need to work on. And the chakra that you need to work on this month is your root chakra. This month, by visualizing a spinning red light at the very top of your legs, this is going to help allay any fears you may have about your material needs being met. And this chakra is where we store fears about our safety and survival. Once it is in good order, our finances can start to flow more freely and we can feather our nests. So just work on your root chakra so you can help yourself. Now, the last thing that I have for you to reflect on is the law of vibration, which states that everything in the known world vibrates. It moves and travels in circular patterns. Similarly, our thoughts, words, feelings, desires are all vibration as well. So raising our vibration through singing, dancing, chanting, beautiful music, or even meditating is going to help us align with the universe. So do a little research on that and reflect. Let me know what you think. That is all that I have for you if you are a Gemini rising. I hope you found this video informative. If you did, come back on the next new moon. Hello there, Taurus rising. This new moon in Cancer, you are going to be focusing on your third house. The third house is known as your communication zone. The third house is where you keep your communication skills. It's all about short trips, siblings, and even about your neighbors. So it's going to be all about communicating, and that is listening and talking, and also how your communication skills are and how you spend time with your siblings. So expect a very busy month. Now, if you do new moon wishes, I suggest you wish for the ability to express yourself clearly and to get your message across with kindness and clearly. Visualize hugging someone, knowing that you've made your point across in a loving way. Now, the idea that you should keep in mind is to ask yourself, are you speaking your truth? And if you're not, why are you covering up? Explore this idea this month and be righteously honest, and be honest with yourself and even with others without being cruel, of course. Now, it's time to brush up on your powers of communication because you are on your third house. How well are you doing at getting your message across? If you want something that someone else is in a position to give you, do you feel confident about asking for it? Whether that is in a conversation through an email, a phone call, face-to-face, it is really important to express yourself and your desires clearly and not to expect others to know you well enough to second guess you. This new moon offers the chance to start again when it comes to written and spoken communication. It can also signal the start of a very busy time with lots of quick and short trips and even more time to spend with your siblings. Now, I have for you a sentence that you can say before or after your regular meditations, and that is, I read, listen, and learn, and I breathe deeply when I am stressed. Now, a ritual that I suggest you truly try this new moon in Cancer is to chant the mantra hum. This is going to boost your throat chakra and help you so much with your communication skills and communicating. Now, I have for you a couple of things that I suggest you do on this new moon. and that is to do a public speaking course to help you with communication, of course. Read those books you've got stacked up. Take some short trips, hang out with your siblings, and even studying a foreign language. And whenever you are talking to others and listening to others, you need to truly be there listening to others. And now is the perfect time to write those letters that you've been putting off and haven't gone across to them. Now I have for you 3 affirmations that you can recite on this new moon in Cancer and for the following 4 weeks. And that is, I am expressing myself clearly, kindly, and fearlessly. I listen as much as I speak. My relationship with my siblings, my neighbors gets better and better. Now I have for you as an essential oil that can help you with the wheels of communication, and that is bergamot. This new moon in Cancer and for the following 4 weeks, you can use bergamot in your bath, in your burner, or on your body, so it can help you with your communication skills. And again, like I had mentioned, the mantra that I suggest for you is the mantra hum. Chant it out loud. Speak it silently every single day while you are in the shower, before or after you meditate, or at any time that feels right to you. And this is going to help you boost your throat chakra. Visualize a spinning sky blue light at the base of your throat. We all need to express ourselves clearly if we want to create our lives as we dream of them. Expression and those chakras are closely tied together when it comes to manifesting. Your word is your wand. This is the chakra from which your expression, your will, and your will affects your life. How strong is your will? So just work on this chakra this month and you should be good. Now the last thing that I have for you is the law of action. What happens when you have lots of hopes and dreams, but you do nothing about it? Most likely nothing, right? The universal law of action must be activated in order for us to manifest the life we're dreaming of here on Earth. Are you taking action for the things that you want and you desire? What can you do to move closer to your dreams? Ask yourself and answer yourself with truth, with actual truth. Don't lie to yourself. Now that is all that I had for you, Taurus rising. If you like this video, I hope to see you on the next one. Bye. Hello, Aries rising. This new moon in Cancer, you're going to be focusing on your 4th house, which is about your home and your family. The 4th house is a part of your chart that is about home, family, and all that entails your private life. So for the next 4 weeks, it's going to be all about your home and your family, of course, where you come from, where home is to you, and what family means to you. So expect issues related to your house, to your home, your family, and you should wish for a happy and healthy home life. Now, I want you to visualize a perfect day out or in with your family or with the people who you feel are like a family to you. Remember that visualization is a very important key component to manifesting, so just visualize. I want you to keep in mind, your home is where you come from and where you belong. So what does home mean to you? Whatever your answer is for that, it is going to give you a strong hint about the part of your life that are going to be in focus over the coming 4 weeks. So this new moon in this part of your chart often signifies starting again as far as your home is concerned. And it can also herald a house move, someone moving in or out of your home, major decluttering, renovating, or even redecorating. So families is going to be something that's going to come, and it's going to be a main component this month. When the moon's new in this part of your chart, your mother and your father could take up more time than it usually does, because we are talking about home and family. So just give them some time, okay? pay attention to them. Now, if you do regular meditations, I want you to say this extra little sentence to boost in there and to help you. And that is, I know where I belong. You repeat that before or after your regular meditation routine. Now, this is a little ritual that I suggest you try out, especially if you've been in conflict with any family members. I want you to draw a picture of your family or people who you feel are like family to you. And there's no talent needed in this. It can be stick figures. Draw a large heart around the people that you love, and then send each person love one by one, individually. Now, here are a couple of things that I suggest you try on this new moon in Cancer, and that is to have a garage sale. Get rid of things that you no longer need, and possibly it could help someone out. Hug your parents, since we are talking about home and family. Sometimes we forget how much they've done for us, so go ahead and give them a hug, and they will really appreciate it. You can also sort through your photo album or even your digital photo files and delete any multiplicational photos that you no longer want or need, and invite friends over to your house and have a little cookout, or just invite them for tea. Whatever it is that you want, just invite them over and have them over at your place. And this is also the perfect time, like I had mentioned, to renovate and redecorate so you can feel more comfortable in your own home. And right now is the perfect time for you, if you've been thinking about selling your house or changing locations or even out of the country, this is your sign to do it. And something that I truly recommend, since we are talking about the fourth house being about your home and your family, then I suggest you ask your grandparents about your family history. Get to know your roots. Now, I have for you 3 affirmations that you can say on the nights of the new moon in Cancer and for the following 4 weeks after that. And that is, I love my family and my family loves me. I am safe and all is well, and I love my home. This is something that I, as a parent, am very strongly and affirmative on, is making sure that my kids feel at home in their own home, that they are safe, that they feel safe, because why not give them the very best, right? So if I am thinking about my kids, of course I'm gonna make my home more homey. So if you don't feel at home in your house, maybe it's because of the decoration. Maybe it's because of where your home is placed or the environment. Think about that. Now, the mantra that I suggest for you is to use the mantra Om this month. You can chant it out loud. You can speak it silently every day while you're in the shower, which for me has been so helpful. Whenever I pop in the shower, it's like I'm clocking out from parenthood, and it's just me, myself, and I. And the shower added with the noise of the mantra truly helps me to ground myself, calm myself down if it's been a long day. This is truly helpful. If you haven't tried it, go ahead and try it and let me know if it helps you. You can do it before or after your regular meditation, and you can also do it whenever it feels right to you, because why not, right? This mantra is going to help you boost the chakra for you this month that you need to work on. And the chakra that you need to work on this month is your third eye. So this month, visualize a spinning indigo color light in the center of your forehead. Your intuition is going to increase enormously if you use the cycle in to boost it in. Intuition is something that can help us all in our personal and even on our professional lives. So why not take that extra special step to learn about your chakras, to learn on how to work on them so we can help ourselves, right? Now, the last thing that I have for you is the law of correspondence, which reminds us that our outer life is a reflection of our inner life. It's the as above, so below, as within, so without principle. So our life, our world, our reality is a mirror of what's going on inside of us. And if our outer reality is messy, unhappy, unsatisfying, that's a direct reflection of what is happening inside of us. So it's just something that you should think about this month, this new moon in Cancer. Well, Aries rising, that is all that I have for you this new moon in Cancer. If you like this video, come back next month for the other new moon. Bye. Hello, Pisces rising. This new moon in Cancer, you are to focus on your 5th house. Your 5th house is known as your fun zone. This part of your chart relates to sexy romance, creativity, and even children. So it's going to be all about your creativity, your kids if you have them, or other kids around you, nieces, nephews, and about romance. And it can be based on one of these areas or all 3 areas. So expect a fun to be around you this month, and laughter, time spent with kids, surges of creativity, just so much fun and childlike play. I want you to wish to remember that life is a game, okay? You are the player in your life. How are you going to play this life? Are you going to be fun? Are you going to be boring? Are you going to live the best that you possibly can? Yes, you are, because why not have a fun life? Now, visualize having a good time with people that you love. And visualization is such an important aspect to manifesting what you want. Of course, you have to work on what you actually want, but visualizing what you want is like that extra sprinkle that is added, so the manifestation that you want to achieve comes true. Now, the idea that you should keep in mind is that life is as fun as we make it, so you should make it fun. It's not just gonna come, fun's not just gonna come slapping you in the face. Like, you need to go out there and have fun. You need to enjoy laughing and having fun. This part of your chart being triggered relates to 3 main areas: creativity, children, and sexy romance, like I had said. Where creativity is concerned, if you are a bit of a closet artist, for the next 4 weeks, this is going to give you an excellent chance to work on your skills. So anything that has to do with creativity, you need to work on it, because this is your time to improve your skills or show others your skills. If you are a makeup artist, if you do art clips, whatever it is that you do creatively, go out there and do it. And if you're scared, if you never tried it, if you're scared of failing, you need to at least try so you can get better. Where sexy romance is concerned, it's going to either buddy you up with someone new so you can have some new romances if you aren't already in a relationship, or possibly flourish the one that you are in. Maybe possibly reconnect you with an old romance, and it can make it feel brand new. Say that you are in a relationship and you work on it. Make the most of this month's new moon and look for ways to inject more erotic fun, okay? Whether that is, if you are looking for someone, go have fun, look for someone. If you are already in a relationship, try to spice things up, try to make things romantic. If you are a girl and you're like, well, my husband or my boyfriend isn't romantic, well, spice it up, give him some hints, do it for him. Maybe he'll start taking some hints and start doing it himself. Now, I want to add a little sentence for your regular meditation that you can say before or after your regular meditation routine, and that is, my inner child will have a ball this month. Now, a ritual that I suggest you try out is to laugh. To laugh at the very minimum 1 whole minute. Even if somebody's looking at you crazy, if you just bust out laughing, it's fine. It's fine. They don't know if you are on the phone, if you are texting someone. Just laugh it out for a whole minute so you can trick your mind into believing that you are having fun if you haven't been laughing in a while. Okay? Now, here are a couple of things that I suggest you try this new moon in Cancer, and that is to do some kind of class that is erotic, that is physical, like a belly dancing class, something that ties up your fifth house with creativity or with romance, like tango, bachata. Now, the next thing that I recommend is, if you are a creative person, to somehow make something for a kid, like something that a kid would truly enjoy and it would make them happy. If you aren't in a relationship, go ahead and go find someone. Take on a lover. Or if you already have a lover, someone special, take them on an adventure. Be adventurous with them. Write a short story, paint a picture. Do anything that makes you feel creative. Do something that typifies your idea of fun. And if that means to throwing a party or going to a party, then do it. Do it. Have fun this month. I have for you 3 affirmations that you can say on the nights of the new moon in Cancer and for the following 4 weeks after that. And that is, life is sweet. I now release my inner child for some fun. I am a creative being and my juices are flowing. Now, I have for you an essential oil that I recommend you try this month, and it's cinnamon. It's a lesser known oil for sure. It's really going to be helpful for you on the 5th house matters. For one thing, it's an aphrodisiac, and this part of your chart has a very flirty feeling to it and controls blood sugars. And in other words, if you've been going wild with your 5th house and having way too much fun, it can regulate things for you. And it's also known as one of the happy making essential oils, and this part of your chart is all about having fun. So if you're up to it, include some cinnamon oil into your routine. Now, the mantra that I have for you for this month is the mantra VAM. You can chant it out loud, you can say it silently, you can put some music while you're in the shower, you can say it before or after you meditate, or honestly at any time that feels right to you. This is going to help you boost the chakra that you need to work on this month. And the chakra that you need to work on this month is the sacral chakra. This is the chakra associated with food and sex, and how apt for the part of the chart that's all about having fun, right? It's all about your ability to know what you want, what will help you to feel your emotions and to allow what will help you enjoy life and what will feel good. It's all about your willingness to feel your emotions and to even allow yourself to have a good time. The color is orange. So look it up, research it, and see if it helps you out. Now, the last thing that I have for you, Pisces rising, this month is the law of cause and effect. I want you to accept that everything happens for a reason. There's a cause and an effect. To put it in another word, nothing happens by chance. For every action, including our thoughts, there's a reaction or even a consequence, you may say. We reap what we sow. What does that mean to you? Notice what happens this month and ask yourself, why did that happen? Alright, well, that is all that I have for you, Pisces rising. If you like this video, go ahead and like it and meet me on the next new moon video. Hello, Aquarius rising. This new moon in Cancer, you're going to focus on your 6th house, which is known as your daily work and your health zone. Your sixth house rules your body, your mind, your well-being, your daily work, and your health routines. Now, it's going to be all about your daily work and your health routines, of course. So expect a chance to change your daily habits or your job description. I suggest you do your new moon wishes on the opportunity to help other people in whatever area that you can with whatever you already have. I want you to keep in mind a healthy body equals a healthy mind. There really is a connection as the sixth house of your chart being triggered. It's time to work on that connection. This is a once a year chance to really clean up your system and reap the benefits of a cleaner, leaner life. This part of your chart being triggered is about the body, the mind, your well-being. And if you haven't been looking after yourself, problems may come up now trying to grab your attention about what needs to be done. And it's a perfect time to join the gym or take up exercise routines that you let slip away. And sometimes we get caught up at work or family or with our own things that we forget to actually exercise and think about what we are intaking and what we're eating or applying even on our skin. It's okay. We all make mistakes, but this is your reminder to get back on track if you're not. And if you've been doing really good, keep up the good work and keep doing what you are doing to better your health and your body and your mind. So it's a really good time to either start or get back on track to your health. So, and if you are like a smoker, you need to tone it down or quit or try to quit. That'd be better. Alter your diet in any way that you can so you can eat better and healthier. Also, under the microscope are your daily work routines. Remember that a new moon is about beginning, so use this month as a marker for how you want the next 12 months at work to progress. Now, for your regular meditations that you may be doing, I have a sentence that you can say before or even after your regular routine, and that is, my well-being is my number one focus this month. And a ritual that I suggest you do is to, if you write, like if you have a diary, a journal, if you journal, go through it. If you have a diary, look through it and see how far you've come. See the things that you have already accomplished and you've already overcome, and be proud of yourself. Now, I have for you a couple of things that I suggest you do on this new moon in Cancer, and that is to renew your gym membership if you haven't already, or start going to one. Maybe you don't like the gym, that's completely fine. Go out and do something that involves moving. So like go on a walk regularly or do yoga every day. Something that gets you moving, anything that gets you moving, cycling, skating, dancing even. You need to think about your diet because it's not going to take care of itself, okay? You only have one body and that's all you get in this lifetime. This house also rules services to others, so help someone out this month in whatever way that you can. Speak to your boss about any work concerns you may be having. Read a book about positive thinking so you can change your mind. Eat healthy lunches or dinners for the entire month if you can, with no exceptions. And if you haven't yet, learn to meditate. There's so many resources out there that you can use to start learning. I have for you 3 affirmations that you can say on the night of the new moon in Cancer and for the following 4 weeks after that. And it is, I am more and more organized every day. I give wonderful service for wonderful pay. My well-being is my priority. I am getting better. I am getting back on track. Now, I have for you an essential oil that could help you express yourself if you're having trouble with that, or how you feel on your daily grind. And if you're feeling like your daily grind has just been too much, you can just dab a little bit of tea tree oil on the base of your throat or even on your wrist and put it, you can even put it in your bath or in your burner, and this is going to help you a lot. Now, a mantra that I have for you this month is to repeat the mantra hum. You can chant it out loud. You can say it silently. You can do it while you're in the shower. You can listen to it and say it before or after you meditate, or even anytime that feels just right for you. And this mantra is going to help you boost the chakra that you need to work on this month. And the chakra that you need to work on, of course, is your throat chakra. If you've been going through the houses and chakras in order, this would be the second time you worked on this important chakra. The throat chakra is about communication and will, and learning to reach for what you want in life. Work on this chakra by visualizing a spinning sky blue light at the base of your throat. Ask the archangels for help with your communication skills, or the universe or God or whoever it is that you want to ask help from. The last thing that I have for you is a law to contemplate, and it's the law of compensation. Interestingly, this was the golden rule of Napoleon. Whatever we do, it'll come back to us. We reap what we sow. When you start giving out, you'll soon begin taking in. The eternal law of compensation balances everything throughout the universe. So, just something so you can think about or even do a little research on. That is all that I have for you, Aquarius rising. If you like this video, go ahead and check out my other new moon videos. Bye. Hello, Capricorn rising. This new moon in Cancer, you are to focus on your 7th house. The 7th house is known as your love zone. The 7th house is about marriage, your beloved, your ex, people you consider enemies, commitments, and even VIPs. So for the following 4 weeks, it's going to be about love, marriage, relationship, business partners, partnerships, VIPs, friends, and even foes. So expect issues related to love and relationships to come up, and hopefully you'll be able to sort them out. Now, if you do new moon wishes, I suggest you wish for the best relationships you can have with all of the people that you know. And relationships aren't just like romantic. You have many relationships. You have relationship with your family, your kids, your parents, your friends, your co-workers. You have many relationships. So there's that to think about. Visualize seeing yourself face to face and palm to palm with someone you love, or even with someone you're in conflict with, so you guys can sort things out and not have any more beef. Now keep in mind, I am you and you are me. We're all one, right? Even though the 7th house is all about our most important relationships, you can use this month to contemplate the idea that underneath all the egos and the differences, we are all one. We are all connected to all life everywhere. It's a month to clean up your relationships. So go ahead and start thinking about everyone in your life that you have a relationship with, and tell yourself, is this good for me? Is this the best I can do? Now, I have for you a little sentence that you can add before or even after your regular meditation routine, and that is, I'll do what I know I need to do to feel more confident about love. Now, a ritual that I suggest you try out is to send a love note or a text or an email to someone you love. I mean, of course, it would be cuter if it was a note, but an email and a text would be just fine. Things that I suggest you do this month is to go through your old love letters and get rid of at least some of them. If they are not in your life, why are you keeping them? Get rid of them. If you are single and feeling brave, try online dating. Ask your parents about their ideas on how to make love work, or someone else that you really look up to because they have a very healthy, loving relationship. Maybe recommit to your partner. Maybe y'all have been slacking on the love department and you need to get it together and get back on track. A little reminder for that. And if you've been hurt, or if you hurt a past lover and you haven't admitted it yet, this is the time for you to admit you were wrong and apologize. And make a list of the qualities that you are looking for in a partner if you aren't with someone. so you can try to manifest someone you think you desire. Now, if you are already with someone, if you are already in love and you don't need any help in the love department, that's fine. Maybe your friend does. Play matchmaker with them and set them up with someone you think they would really hit it off with. Now, I have an essential oil that I recommend for you to open up your heart chakra, and it's the essential oil jasmine. Jasmine is therefore a wonderful oil in which to anoint yourself with. You can dab a few drops around the area of your heart chakra, in the middle of your chest, between your breasts, or even pour it in your bath or put it in your burner. Especially will help you if you put it on before meditating. This is going to help you. So I truly recommend you to open up your heart to love. Even if you haven't had such a great experience, everybody is more than capable of receiving and giving love, because it's a two-way stream, not just a one-way stream. Now I have for you a mantra that I suggest for you, and it's the mantra Yum. You can chant it out loud, you can say it silently, you can listen to it and say it while you're in the shower, you can do it before or after you meditate, or at any time that feels right to you. And this is going to help you boost the chakra of the month for you. And guess which chakra you need to work on? The heart chakra, of course, because the 7th house is all about relating to other people. That usually means to lovers and exes, but it can also mean people we regard more as foes than friends. Whatever the case, focus on your heart chakra during meditation and see it as a gorgeous, glowing, emerald green spinning disc. Open your heart chakra and open your heart to love. Now, the last thing that I have for you to contemplate and think about is a universal law, and is the law of attraction. It reminds us, of course, that like attracts like, and it shows that we create the events and relationships that come into our life. Every thought, feeling, word, and action sets the law of attraction in motion, producing energies that attract like energies, positive and even negative. So just be careful of what you say, think, or do, because it will come back to you. Well, Capricorn rising, that is all that I have for you on this new moon in Cancer. Hope you liked the video, and I will see you on the next one. Hello, Sagittarius rising. This new moon in Cancer, you are to focus on your 8th house, which is known as sex and shared financial zone. The 8th house is all about anything that has to do with taboo, such as sex, death, taxes, people's money, joint ventures. So it's all about other people's money and how it is combined with yours. So you can expect a chance to inject newness into your finances or your sex life. So that should be exciting, right? You should do your new moon wishes on more money, better sex, and to overcome any fear that you have right now. I want you to visualize, what would you do if you had more cash? Like, visualize if right now you get more cash, how would you feel? What would you do? Where would you be at? Visualize that, and I will let you take care of the sex-based visualization so you can manifest that into your life. Now keep in mind, now is the time to attend your cash setup and see how good you feel about it. Are you confident that you are on the right track? Can you meet the bills you know you have ahead of you? And if you can't, is there something that you can do about this to help you? This is also a great time to seek financial advice, especially if you are having problems in the financial department. And you can also do like a weekend business seminar to help you better understand your financial basics. The part of your chart being triggered also deals with deep, dark, and maybe even kinky sex. And if you have intimacy issues that you know you need to work on, if you know that that department has been slacking, then this is the perfect time for you to get a little creative, get a little sexual. Now, if you do meditations, I have a little extra sentence that you can add to your regular meditation, and you can say this before or even after you are done. And that is, I tackle my cash problems head on. Now, a ritual that I suggest you try is to go in town wearing the sexiest outfit you have never worn. Just go out there and slay, okay? Think about your sexuality. Don't think about who's gonna see you and what are they gonna say. No. Think about how sexy you can feel, okay? Now, here are a couple things that I suggest you try out, and that is to pay off any loans that you may have, or to take a loan out if that is what you are needing right this moment. Open a best savings account and drop your first deposit in there. Cancel any credit card that you know you can afford, and ask for a pay raise if you know you deserve it. Refinance your mortgage if this suits you. Talk dirty to your partner, and try a new sexual position for the very first time so you can spice things up. Now, I have for you 3 affirmations that you can say on the night of the new moon in Cancer and for the following 4 weeks after that. And that is, I am taken care of materially. All my financial needs are being met. My life, my sex life is so wonderfully healthy. Now, I have for you an essential oil that is going to help you open up to receiving gifts, and that is myrrh. As you use it on yourself and apply it on your body or on your infuser, make sure that you confirm that you are ready to receive. Tell the universe that you are ready to receive. Okay, well, now the mantra that I have for you is VAM. You can chant this mantra out loud. You can say it silently. You can put some mantra VAM songs, and while you're in the shower, you can listen to it and you can say it and repeat it. You can do it before or after your meditations, or honestly at any time that you think is going to help you and that you have time, of course. And this is going to help you boost the chakra that you need to work on. And the chakra that you need to work on is your sacral chakra, since it's all about your creativity, food, and sex. To get this chakra into good shape during the cycle, imagine a spinning orange disc about halfway up the lower half of your abdomen, between your navel and the top of your legs. Do a little research on sacral chakra and how to tap into it. And the last thing that I have for you is a universal law that you should think about, and that is the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, which reminds us that we all have the power to change the conditions of our lives. And we just need to push through our fear and limiting thoughts, and in particular, negative thoughts directed at ourselves or even at others. Raise your vibration through yoga, chanting, meditating. Higher vibrations transform lower ones. Pure sexual energy is a great transmuter. So, having that in mind, that is all that I have for you. If you found this very informative, then let me know down below what you did and how you spice things up. I'll see you on the next one. Hello, Scorpio rising. This new moon in Cancer, you are to focus on your 9th house. The 9th house is also known as the big picture zone. So the 9th house is where you see the big picture, right? Expand your horizons, where you decide that you want to study more or study a specific subject, where you decide that you want to travel to specific areas, and of course the great cosmic quest. So it's going to be all about adventure, travel, and your personal development. So I want you to expect new and potentially exciting developments related to travel, study, the internet, publishing, and of course, the great cosmic quest. So for this new moon, if you do new moon wishes, you need to wish to see the bigger picture of your life and thus to invoke gratitude into your life, because you should be grateful for everything that is going on in your life. Now, I want you to visualize yourself wherever you would most like to be on holiday. Just imagine, think for a second, where is that place that you would want to see yourself in holiday? Just visualize it, okay? Visualization is a very important aspect to manifesting. So why not add that to our routine, right? To manifest what we want into reality. Now, I want you to keep an idea in mind, and that is that we are all divine beings, okay? The ninth house is strongly associated with the spiritual quest. The ninth house planet, Jupiter, is as well. And as you would hear me tell you below, that the chakra traditionally associated with the ninth house is all about divine. It's the crown chakra, which connects us to the heavens. Now, this part of your chart being lit up by the new moon is ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion. So whether you're expanding your mind by studying or traveling, or even by talking to well-traveled people, or through doing a personal development course, you have the chance right now to broaden your horizons. So go out there and do that. This cycle is all about your faith and your beliefs. And if you know that you've been rigid, perhaps clinging on to what you were taught as a child rather than forming your own opinions, someone can come along now and either help you or force you, if you don't want to see it through, to rethink your philosophies. This is also a great time to break out of routine and to get a little more freedom, okay? Now, I have for you a little sentence that you can say before or after your regular meditation routine, and that is, life is an adventure and I love it. So this month and you can add wherever it is that you've been wanting to go, okay? Remember I told you about visualization? Now you're going to say it. You're going to speak it, because our words are powerful. It's like a spell. We're speaking a spell. Now, a ritual that I suggest you try out to manifest and this manifestation faster is to decide, of course, on your next travel destination. Print a picture out of this place and put it on your wall so you can remind yourself, and put it somewhere where you're going to see it right away every day. If that is like on top of your ceiling, on your bed, so you can see it right when you wake up, somewhere where you're going to be seeing it every single day this month, okay? So you can remind yourself of where you're going to be, okay? Now, I have for you a couple of things that I suggest you do on this new moon in Cancer, and that is to find a way to explore the world, okay? Now, if you've been meaning to read a couple of books, if you've been having them saved and you just have them in a corner, you just have them piled up, now is the time for you to read those books. Do a personal development course if this is something that you are interested in improving. Manifest a new spiritual teacher if this is your route, and think about what you have faith in and what you don't. Question everything. Make a friend anywhere in the world. Have something you've written. If you are a writer, publish. Go for it. This is your sign. Go for it. You got this. Now, I have for you 3 affirmations that you should say on the nights of the new moon in Cancer, and of course for the following 4 weeks after that. And that is, I know that I am blessed. Life is an adventure. The world is my oyster. Because yes, it is. Now, I have for you an essential oil that is going to be wonderful for you to use at this time, and it is sandalwood. It's considered extremely sacred in Eastern religion, and this is an especially sacred part of your chart, which is great for your spiritual awareness and for getting you in alignment with your soul purpose. There's so these are some of the very big issues covered by the ninth house. Sandalwood is also an excellent meditation aid, so you can use this on any day of the week to help you with this. And the mantra that I suggest you try out this month is the mantra You can chant it out loud, you can speak it silently every day while you are in the shower, before or after you meditate, or at any time that feels good to you. And this is going to help you boost the chakra for you this month. And this chakra that I had told you earlier was the crown chakra. So imagine a violet light located at the very top of your head. The crown chakra connects us to the divine, and it is the seat of our cosmic consciousness. In other words, the part of us that knows that we're part of God, that we're a spiritual being having a human experience, that we're all one and connected to divine grace and divine love. To stimulate this chakra, just imagine a spinning violet disc at the top of your head. And do more research on that so you can tap in. Now, the last thing that I have for you is a universal law, and it's the law of relativity, which reminds us that all things are relative, that everything just is. You will always be not as good at something as other people are, and just as you will have your own special talents. Don't measure yourself against other people. During this cycle, notice how you feel if you simply compare yourself with yourself. Understand this law by understanding the notion that nothing is good or bad, or hot or cold, black or white, until you relate it to something else. Well, that is all that I have for you, Scorpio rising. If you found this video informative, make sure you check my other new moon videos. Hello, Libra rising. This new moon in Cancer, you are to focus on your 10th house, also known as your career zone. This rules ambition, career, life goals, and what you're known for professionally, basically. It's going to be all about your career and your reputation, so expect a chance to get ahead professionally. Now, if you do new moon wishes, I suggest you wish to help others through your work. Okay, I want you to visualize imagining yourself giving a talk, like a pep talk, or being an expert at whatever it is that you do. Okay, like on a stage or something, just explaining something that only you can, showing it the way that only you can. Now, I want you to keep in mind there's everything right about wanting to leave your mark on the world or to be known for having done something, whether you're ambitious to be a great parent or a great friend, or if you want to do something more visible. It's okay to aim high. Go ahead. You got this. You can do this. This new moon is an important one for career-minded folks because it's all about your professional life. It's a great time to start a new business and the time when your past efforts at the office could be rewarded. So just keep a lookout. You have an increased chance right now of promotions. So ask for it if you know you deserve it and that you've earned it. If you don't get an actual promotion, you're far more likely to be recognized for your efforts during this coming month. So just be on the lookout for that. This is also going to be a good time to talk about your future and what you want for yourself. Are you heading in the right direction to achieve your aims, ambitions, goals? And if not, what can you do about this? Ask yourself. Write it down. Now, I have for you a little sentence that you can say before or after your regular meditation routine, and that is, hard work breeds long-term success for me. Now, a ritual that I suggest you try out is to write out your ideal job description. If you don't already have the job of your dreams, write down your job description that you are visualizing in your head that you wish to have. Read it out loud every single day of this month and just see it manifest into your life. Now, I have for you a couple of things that I suggest you try out this new moon in Cancer, and that is to speak to your boss about how you're doing. Maybe you might get a promotion, maybe you might get a raise, and help a colleague out. They might be having a rough time. Check that you're not being status mad. Start a new business as close to this new moon as you possibly can. Apply for the new jobs and do it with confidence, okay? When you earned it, take the credit. Don't let nobody take credit for you. Plot your next best career move if that is something you're interested in. Now I have for you 3 affirmations that I suggest you try out this new moon in Cancer and for the following 4 weeks after, and that is, I am going places. It's wonderful to be so successful. I love seeing my plans work out. Now I have an essential oil that I consider you try, and it is laurel. You can do this by applying it in your bath or in your burner, and this is going to help you focus more as you work hard because it will help you concentrate better. It's also a motivator and it boosts your confidence, so why not add that to you if you are in need of that, right? Now I have for you a mantra that I suggest you try out, and the mantra is RAM. You can chant it out loud. You can say it silently. Do it every single day. You can do it while you're in the shower, before or after you meditate, or you can do it at any time, like when you're driving for a long time or for gonna go get groceries. It doesn't take that long to do. You don't have to do it all day, just for a little bit. And the last thing that I have for you is a universal law. This month, the law that you need to focus on is the law of polarity. There are 2 poles, 2 opposites, 2 of everything right here on earth or in the earthly realm. Polarity represents 2 extremes of one nothing, or 2 opposite ends of a spectrum. So, for example, temperature ranges from hot to cold, measurements go from up to down, high to low, and things are on or off, or in or out. And if you're not happy where you are, then move along the scale to where you want to be. Focus on what you want to do. Don't focus on what you don't want to do. Focus on what you want. If you give attention to what you don't want and you don't dislike what you dislike, then you will continue to give that because that's the attention that you keep giving. Your attention is always on the negative and on the bad, then you're going to receive a negative and bad. Okay, so that is all that I have for you, Libra rising. If you found this video informative, go ahead and follow me if you're not already, and I'll see you on the next ones. Hello, Virgo rising. This new moon in Cancer, you are to focus on your 11th house, also known as your friend zone. The 11th house is a house of hopes and wishes. It rules friends, connections, and even social circles. So it's all about your friends, your social networks, and your hopes and your dreams. So expect a chance for a wish to come true or for a friendship to blossom. Now I want you to wish for anything that you've ever wanted. Wish for it. Just go ahead and do it. Wish for it as if it was your birthday. Now I want you to visualize yourself with your wish coming true. Where you're at. What are your surroundings? Who is there with you? What are their reactions? What are your reactions? Like, what is going on? Like, set the scene. Just visualize it. So you're speaking it and you're visualizing it. You're putting all of this energy into manifesting it, right? So keep in mind, there's no need to go through life alone, okay? If you are spiritually evolved to be listening to this, you are able to go into the world and make friends. The 11th house brings in mind the expression, no man or woman is an island. So just keep that in mind. There are 2 main focuses for you this month. The first is of your hopes and your dreams. It is said that when the sun moves through your 11th house, which is doing so right now to you, your powers of wishing are supercharged. In other words, be extra careful for what you wish for because you just might get it. And the other focus will be your friends and the networks and the groups you belong to. How confident do you feel about your place within those groups? Are your needs being met? And if they're not, what can you do about it? New friends are extra likely to come into your life right now, so just be open. Now, if you already do meditation, I have a little sentence that you can do before you start your regular meditation routine or even after, and that is, the friendly people find the friendly people every time. Now, a ritual that I suggest for you is to throw a party at your place. And yes, this is a valid ritual, but do it consciously. Now, I have for you a couple of things that I suggest you do on this new moon in Cancer, and that is to sign up for an evening class in something you've always wanted to do. Ask your friends to introduce you to friends of their friends that you've never met. Wish on a star every night for a month. Introduce a childhood pal to a friend from your life now. Say hi to someone you see nearly every single day but you never speak to. Thank your best friend for always being there for you. Sometimes we forget that our friends do so much for us, even if they don't want to, and they do it with love. And sometimes they are there in the hard times and in the good times. So we need to say thank you. Thank you for being there for me. Now, I have for you 3 affirmations that I consider you try saying them on the night of the new moon in Cancer and for the following 4 weeks after that, and that is, I am connected to all life everywhere. I love my friends and my friends love me. My dreams are now manifesting under grace in perfect ways. Now, I have an essential oil that I suggest you try out, and it is frankincense. There is this chemical compound that is found in frankincense and essential oil that can cross the blood-brain barrier and oxygenate the pineal gland. And this little gland in our brain was called the seat of our soul. And it is something that can be referred to as the third eye. So, as you know, the third eye is one of our chakras, and that is the chakra that you need to focus on this month. When we start to make wishes, as it is indicated by the 11th house, it is so important to bear in mind what our intuition is telling us. If we secretly already know that we can't have what we're dreaming of, we are not going to manifest it. This month, the chakra, the third eye, is effectively an energetic gateway and portal into our intuitive and even psychic self. Give it a little workout this month by seeing it spin between your brows. It's a wonderful and uplifting indigo color. So just look into how you can tap into your third eye. And the mantra that I suggest you try out to help you a little bit out with your chakras is Om. You can chant it out loud. You can say it silently every day while you are in the shower, before or after you meditate, or at any time that feels right to you. Again, that is going to help you boost your chakra for the month. Now, the last thing that I have for you, Virgo rising, is a universal law. And the law for you is the law of rhythm, which reminds us that earthly plane moves in certain rhythms, right? These rhythms establish the rhythms of life here on earth. The season, the tides, the moon phases, the female menstrual cycle, the stages of human development. According to a book called The Kabbalion, this accounts for the bewildering succession of moods, feelings, and other unknowing and perpetual changes that we notice in ourselves. The Haynes Master, inspired by Hermes, advised that by studying and understanding this principle, our bewildering emotions and moods can be mastered. So, if that is something that you are interested in, I highly recommend that book. That is all that I have for you, Virgo rising. If you love this video, give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you on the next one. Hello, Leo rising. This new moon in Cancer, you are to focus on the last house, and that is the 12th house. It's also known as the secret zone. The 12th house is the deepest and most sensitive part of your chart, and it relates to fears, spirituality, and all of the things that are hidden and that you hide. So, it's going to be about your secret and most private self. Expect a period of a new week of a few weeks when you want to just retreat from the world and just stay out of people's way and just be maybe at home or alone. If you do new moon wishes, I suggest you wish for inner peace. Visualize yourself in a cosmic pink bubble at one with the universe, totally peaceful. The idea that you should keep in mind is that it is okay to take time out to meditate and contemplate. It has been a year since the giver of life, the sun, was in your sign, and by now you may feel as though you're running low on power. This month, to process what has gone on in the past 12 months and what you want for the year ahead. When the sun crosses your ascendant, which is your rising sign, and moves back into your first house, which will happen next month, right now is the time for you to think about everything that just happened. You know, you might be feeling drained right now. You might be feeling exhausted. You might be feeling fed up. There might be endings right now, but you know what? You got this, because next month is going to be all about you. Right now, you need to chill, calm down, be you and your thoughts, think things through, journal if you need to, you know, just try to be alone this month so you can really find out who you are and what you need for yourself. You know, when you read something about astrology and it says something spooky like trust your dreams, that's what I'm saying here. When the new moon is in your 12th house, it's energizing this part of your chart that relates to dreams and to all the things secret and spooky. The part of your chart being triggered affects the side of yourself that you don't tell everyone or anyone at all. It's about your secret self, your shadow side, and your unconscious self. Trusting your dreams is a good idea right now because the moon in this part of your chart can bring so much to the surface that's worth investigating, because this part of your chart being triggered is all about the things that are spooky. It's also a great time to get in touch with your spiritual side by doing things like yoga and meditating. Yoga exercises the body, but both yoga and meditating together calm the mind and help you get closer to your core self. So it's something that I truly recommend if you've never tried it, and if you have, please go ahead and keep doing it. If you don't understand what this means, sign up for meditation or for a yoga course, and you'll soon realize why I keep insisting on meditating and on doing yoga. This is the end of another cycle, so let go of what isn't working from your life so you can make room for what you do deserve, what you do need in your life. Now, I have for you a sentence that you can say before or even after your meditation, and that is, my dreams are my guide. Now, a ritual that I suggest that you do this month is to write a list of all of your fears, every single fear that you have, even the tiniest little one, even the most insignificant one. Write it down. Write it all down and put a number 1 through 10 or however many you have, and then safely burn it. Let it go. Those fears, they don't describe you. They aren't you. When you were born, you were not born with fear. People, things, and places bring those fears onto you because of how society is, because of how everything is flowing, trends. No, you are not those things, okay? So just let it go, burn it. Do it safely, please. I have for you a couple of things that I'm suggesting you try this new moon in Cancer, and that is to make like a yogi and bang yourself into a pretzel. And if you're asking, what the heck, how am I going to do that if I never even tried it? Well, this is your first day. Go ahead and do it. Try it out. There's a first time for everything. You need to take some time out from the mad social world. Turn your phone off. Take all of those social media accounts off. Don't log in. Delete it. Whatever. Just for a month at the very minimum. Keep your phone near your bed or a journal so you can dictate your dreams into whatever it means whenever you are awake. And I honestly suggest you try to face a fear. Deal with it by thinking about where it came from, because fears, like I said, you aren't born with fears. They come from somewhere. Something has implanted that fear into you. So think about it. Trust your intuition, because we are all intuitive. We just need to trust it and listen to it. And if you aren't into meditation, then I suggest you go do some research on it. There's plenty of resources for free that you can try out, and you can start learning how. If you are a writer, I suggest you write something beautiful, something from the heart, some poetry. And the last thing is to share one of your secrets. You can share it with the world, on the internet. You can share it to a stranger, on a text to someone specifically. Just share a secret that you've been having. And I have for you 3 affirmations that you should say on the new moon in Cancer and for the following 4 weeks after that. And that is, it's okay to say no. Inner peace is my focus. I now release my fears. Isn't that beautiful how you just let go? Now, I have for you an essential oil that is going to help you with fears and other negative things, and that is lavender. I'm pretty sure you've heard of it. They put it in so many things. Lavender is a powerful essential oil to work with to counter any fear, depression, anxiety, even nervousness. It's great to work through such issues when the moon is triggering your 12th house, which is happening at this time. Now, the mantra that I suggest you try out this month is the mantra Ah. You can chant it out loud, you can say it silently while you are in the shower, before or after you meditate, or at any time that is going to feel right to you. And this is going to help you boost the chakra of the month for you. And the chakra that you need to focus on this month is your crown chakra, the violet colored crown chakra, which sits on top of your head, and it is your connection between heaven and earth. And just as the 12th house is about the spiritual and the mysterious, so your crown chakra will connect you with the cosmic and the mystic. It's the seat of cosmic consciousness, and it connects us with the divine intelligence and grace. It's a channel or portal, and through it, divine information pours down to you. It's a center for trust, inspiration, and happiness. See it spinning on your head like a violet colored crown when you meditate. This is why meditation is so beautiful and so important. Now, I have for you one last thing for you, Leo rising, and that is a universal law. So, according to the law of gender, everything, person, and situation has a male and female energy, right? This is how creation happens. In the animal kingdom, the law of gender manifests as sex, but it goes way beyond that, all the way to the idea of yin and yang. The universe was formed under the law of gender. To truly know yourself and to master the universe, you must live out both your masculine and your feminine energies, no matter which sex you are. Then you can co-create with God. Yep, you heard that correctly. With God. Now, we all have masculine and feminine energies, and we use them for different parts of our life and to speak to different people. That's why when someone comes around and you can say, oh, they're very feminine or they're very masculine, it's what they are embodying. But even if they are the opposite, they can embody the opposite, because we all have both. Anyways, that is all that I have for you guys on this new moon in Cancer. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and I will see you on the next videos. Bye.